who I am. Love is who I am. If you're feeling discouraged and don't know how, there is time which road to take. Just try to remember that it's quite simple. Just remember to look inside your heart. It's the best place to start. 'Cause love is who I am. Ooh, ooh. Your attitude, my attitude. Ooh, ooh. Abundance is my nature. Ooh, well-being my birthright. Love is who I am. 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 Ooh, ooh. Your attitude, my attitude. Ooh, ooh. Abundance is my nature. Ooh, ooh. Well-being my birthright. Love is who I am. Love is who I am. Love is who I am. Ooh.
You just have to allow yourself to be settled in the beauty and the presence of God. Love is a verb, it ain't a thing. It's not something you own, it's not something you scream. When you show me love, I don't need your words. Love ain't a thing, love is a verb. Love ain't a thing, no, no. Love is a verb. Hey. Love ain't a crutch, it ain't an excuse. No, you can't get through love on just a pile of IOUs. When you show me love, I don't need your words. Love ain't a thing, no, no, no. Love is a verb. I came to tell you that love ain't a thing. Love is a verb. Yeah, so you gotta show me, show me, show me, show me. Love is a verb. Yeah, yeah, you gotta show me, show me, show me. Love is a verb. I said love ain't a thing. Love is a verb. Yes, it is. Love ain't a thing. Love is a verb. And we welcome all of you loving verbalicious people up in here today to One Love Consciousness Movement Sunday morning connection. I love you and I'm grateful for you. Today, I believe I have a special subject to share with you, and it's stimulated by Pastor D.E.'s book titled Fully Awake. We're going to be dealing today with the subject of awake to my time, my talent, treasure, and temple. And when we use the term temple, we're talking about the body temple. this body that we have, this vehicle that we have to drive around in this planet on this particular plane that we live on. And we're going to chat just a little bit about that. But before we do that, I'm going to invite us to take a few moments and center in. We've been getting centered with the music. We've been welcoming ourselves home, and we've been reminding ourselves that love is action. Love is action more than just words. It's activity. But let's center in for just a moment and allow ourselves to become fully aware this present moment in which we live. And right here, right now, we acknowledge the beautiful, pure presence, the source presence, the I Am, the Holy Spirit, Prana. The creative force from which all of life emanates, manifests, and grows. We want to do the same. We want to emanate, and we want to manifest, and we want to grow. And so right here, right now, we surrender our intellect. We surrender our thinking, our ways of thinking. We surrender our personalities. We even let go of all of the defining and confining labels that are unnecessary for these few moments together. We become a clean slate, a clean canvas in this moment. And we say, Spirit of truth, take from us what we don't need, bring to us everything we do need. We are completely and totally surrendered. Take us where you will. Bring to us what you will. And help us to let go of anything that's unnecessary for this journey that we are embarking on together. We allow ourselves to expand. And so I pray this portion of a prayer that I've been praying ever since 2014. And that is, Spirit, lead me where my trust is without borders. Let me walk on the water wherever you would call me. Take me deeper than my feet could ever wander. My faith is made stronger in your presence. And so it is. And so it is. And so it is. I hope that you have taken a few moments to settle in. Allow your heart to be open and your mind to be renewed. Allow that third eye to open up wide so that we are not just thinking with the thinking mind, but that we're also engaging the mind of the intelligent one, the divine mind that causes everything to work together. It's the Tao. And we allow that Tao, that strand that connects all of humanity, gives us our interconnectedness with all of life. The trees and the grass and the birds and the bees and the animals. We're all connected in some way. And we acknowledge that connection and we're grateful for it. So I'll invite you now into our affirmation for today. Again, the talk title today is Awake to My Time, Talent, Treasure, and Temple. Our affirmation today is this. Today I intend to be fully awake to my time, my task, my treasure, and my temple. I am aware that when I am on time, I am inviting money and people with money into my life. When I am on task and prepared, I am declaring to the universe that I am available for opportunities and success. When I manage my treasure wisely, I am opening a portal for my treasure to arrive. And when I awake to my body temple, I am laying the foundation for a long and healthy life. When I manage my treasure wisely, I am opening a portal for more to arrive, or more treasure to arrive. You know, there's an interesting scripture in the New Testament where Jesus says this: to the one who has, more will be given. You would think that the one who has wouldn't need more. There's a little bit of a code in that, though. To the one who has, more will be given. Often, it's because that individual has activated their natural state of abundance that's given them the ability to attract whatever that abundance is into their life. And this principle works across the board, even for people who we consider to not be moral or ethical people. if they activate this law, it is a law in the universe. And if they activate this law and they live by this law, then the law of attraction works for them, whether they are quote unquote good people or not. If you're awakened to the principle, you're going to awaken all of the possibilities and the benefits that that principle provides. So I want us to look at this. Pastor D.E. says, in the book of Luke, chapter 19, Jesus imparts valuable teachings on the significance of being a good steward, not just a steward, but a good steward over the little things in life. The principle he emphasizes is that by being faithful in managing the small aspects of our lives, we demonstrate our ability to handle the greater responsibilities of our life. Let me go back to what we sort of went through several weeks ago. I know for sure I talked about this at First Unity Spiritual Campus. Not certain that I did here on our One Love Consciousness Movement connection. But I talked about being so spiritually minded that you're no earthly good. I talked about spiritual bypassing, where we're so connected to the ethereal and to the what we call higher spiritual principles. We're so connected to the Om and so connected to all of those other things that we miss the importance of the agreement that we've made in this life to operate as human beings together in some level of love, unity, and respect. I'll give you a for instance. I hear sometimes spiritual people say, and I'm one of the first ones to say it, that time is just a construct. Time is just a construct. But if you have agreed to meet someone at 11:30 a.m. at Einstein's Bagel Shop, pulling that, I haven't even been to one of those in probably 5 years, but if you've agreed to meet them at Starbucks at 11:30 a.m. and you don't show up until 12, and they're a little frustrated because they've planned part of their day around you in your agreement to meet them at 11:30 a.m., and your response is, time is just a construct. You are being disrespectful to them, which means you're not living in love. And the ultimate principle for us to live in is in the principle of love. I know some folks who are so tremendously talented and just wonderful, beautiful beings, but they are never on time for anything. And it's always met with defensiveness or an excuse if you go to hold them accountable to that. Jesus deals with this in Luke chapter 19 when he talks about the value of being a good steward. Not just a steward, but a good steward. He talks about responsibilities. He talks about managing small aspects of your life. If you can manage the small aspects with integrity and with authenticity, then you are opening yourself up to greater responsibilities, and let me just say, greater blessings. This concept of stewardship extends in various areas of our lives, including our time, our tasks, our treasures, and our temples or our bodies. When it comes to achieving success and attracting abundance into our lives, there is no foolproof formula. Now you can go out and listen to anyone's tapes and, I just aged myself, anyone's recorded series on success, and you can utilize some of those principles, but there's no foolproof, ultimate determinant, foolproof of that success or for attracting success into your life. However, certain practices such as, and I named it already, punctuality, preparedness, responsible decision making, with our resources and self-care play a crucial role in setting us up for a pathway towards success. Let me name those one more time. Punctuality, being on time. Now, I know there are things that happen sometimes, flat tires, strange traffic issues. The list goes on and on, sometimes an emergency. But when we're talking about a pattern here of being punctual and preparedness, being prepared, responsible decision making, making decisions responsibly, and with our resources of self-care and self-care, they play a crucial role in setting us toward a pathway of success. These four pillars, conveniently starting with the letter T, are key components in our journey towards personal growth and prosperity. Going back to a reminder that prosperity and abundance, when I use those terms, I'm not just talking about money, although I am talking about money, but I'm not just talking about money. See, so many of us are caught up in inflation, and we're caught up in anger toward preachers and other ministers who've talked about money, and some who have taken advantage. And we become angry about it because we become angry at rich and wealthy people. Instead of being angry at rich and wealthy people, ask yourself, what is it that's keeping me from my riches? What is it that's keeping me from my wealth? I can promise you this, not celebrating their victories and instead judging their victories and criticizing them is one of the very things that will keep you from your own. Being able to celebrate the success and celebrate the abundance of others helps you to get into a vibrational frequency of celebration of your own abundance and success. Here's a commonly held belief. That belief is that talent is the ultimate determinant of success. Yet in reality, talent alone is not always sufficient and can sometimes even hinder our progress. Throughout our lives, we may encounter individuals blessed with exceptional talents in various fields such as sports, music, business, or creativity. However, it is often observed, and I've often observed this, that highly talented individuals struggle with a few things. Going back to, they struggle with punctuality. They sometimes struggle with preparedness. Sometimes struggle with making responsible decisions. Those individuals struggle with time management, financial responsibility, and self-care. Talent, it seems, can be a double-edged sword and may actually impede your growth in other areas within your life. I have known people who have a tremendous amount of talent but have very little accountability, very little initiative, very little responsibility. A lot of talent, huge amount of talent, but no heart to drive them toward the success of that talent. You know how many singers and songwriters, and I'm one to speak here because I'm a singer and a songwriter. Do you know how many singers and songwriters have not fulfilled themselves successfully in that particular market because of these simple things? They don't take responsibility. They're not accountable. They don't time manage. They don't take care of themselves. They don't responsibly take care of their finances. And they end up, as a result, shooting themselves in the foot, for lack of better terminologies, because of the inability to have a mature, well-rounded approach to life. The true secret to long-lasting success is in the harmonious integration of our talents and our stewardship of time, tasks, treasure, and temple. So by cultivating a holistic approach to life that balances our God-given gifts with diligent stewardship, we can pave the way for a future filled with blessings, opportunities, health, and happiness. This is what I mean by abundance is my nature, well-being is my birthright. Notice when I say abundance is my nature, it runs right into well-being is my birthright. You know what's a part of well-being? Time management, self-care. Well-being is not just having a bunch of money or being healthy in your body, but it's being healthy in your mind. It's being balanced in your approach. It's being able to make responsible business decisions and other decisions, relationship decisions. There's opportunities out here. There's blessings out here. There's health and happiness available to us. But it is our responsibility to bring ourselves into alignment with these principles of respect, self-respect, and respecting other people, punctuality and responsibility and good decision-making. These are important parts of living a life that is balanced and well-rounded. If we will embrace the journey of faithful stewardship over all of the aspects of our life, we'll be able to literally sit back and watch God open doors for greater abundance and greater success in our lives. The key is good stewardship. In fact, I've broken this down into 7 sections for us today. Number 1, Jesus, the great way shower, teaches that how important it is to be a good steward. I looked up the word steward because I have a general idea of what it means. But you know what the main definition is? One who manages and looks after someone else's property. That led me to this, oh yes, everything that we have belongs to God. All of the money in the world is God's money. All of the things in the world is God's. Our father, our mother, our source of being, our parent, the one who brought us into existence here, owns it all and is inviting us to be good, actually commanding that we be good stewards of it. Not just stewards, but good stewards. Good is just God extended. In other words, to steward this world and this life as God would, which is generous, beneficent, benevolent, gracious, merciful, loving and compassionate, kind and respectful. These are natural aspects of who God is, and therefore it's up to us to also act like God as dear children would, to imitate God as dear children. So Jesus tells us in Luke chapter 19, if you want to go look it up, he talks about being a good steward, to manage God's property well. Number 2, he says that the reward of good stewardship is being trusted with more. Again, to the one who has, more will be given. If you can take the little that you think you have, be grateful for it, steward it well with wisdom, with integrity, with authenticity, with compassion, with kindness, with respect, mostly with gratitude. If you can steward that, you will literally open yourself. That vibration opens you up to even more, for more to come to you, because you attract what you are. And if you are capable, if you have the capacity for more, it will come. Number 3, success and wealth can be achieved through being on time, being prepared, being responsible with money, or if we weren't living in 2024, we might use a different terminology. Being responsible with substance, with exchange, and respectful of our own bodies. This is a big one. Many people who have gathered to themselves a lot of wealth have ended up driving themselves into the ground, forgotten how to have fun because they're too driven toward ambition to have more. Many who have been preparing and being responsible become so tight with their money that they're stressed out, constantly concerned about losing it. And this is the reverse of self-care. If you're going to work for money, you should not be working to make a living. You should just be living. But if you're going to work for money, you should use a portion of that should be budgeted for fun. I've said to us over and over again, learn how to fund your fun. And don't wait until you're 65, 70 years old, supposedly going to retire, to have a good time. A part of self-care is enjoying the money that comes into your life by way of your gifts, talents, and responsible decisions. So you can achieve more success and more wealth by being on time. Come on, folks, this is a big one. I'm telling you, I run into people, especially church folks, all the time, who are so spiritually minded with this that they reduce the value. They reduce their level of character and integrity with other people. They frustrate the hell out of other people because they'll tell you to be somewhere at 1 o'clock and it'll be 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 1:30 even. This kind of a pattern speaks to an issue with integrity. You can achieve more success by being on time, by being prepared when you get there, being responsible with your money, and being respectful of your body. Number 4, talent is not always necessary for success and can sometimes even be a hindrance. When you look at other people and you think that they're more talented than you are, then buoy yourself up in these things. But I tell you what, that person may seem to have more talent in this particular area, but I'm going to show up on time. And I'm going to be prepared, and I'm going to be responsible. And you might just, believe it or not, achieve even more than they do. And if you don't achieve initially more than they do, you will over the long term, because many of those who achieve things fast also blow it fast, because they haven't built a pattern of responsibility. Build that pattern of responsibility within yourself. First of all, it's unhealthy to compare and compete. So I wouldn't do that. But secondly, even if somebody does have more raw talent in a particular thing, go after it. I'll say this, and I don't want the Swifties to get upset with me. But in my personal opinion, as a singer and a songwriter, Taylor Swift has a good voice, but not a great voice. Like if you do comparisons for Taylor Swift's voice with, say, Adele, or with Whitney Houston, or with Celine Dion. And these are some that set the standard for me. Or Aretha Franklin. Those are great vocalists, like great. I mean, just fantastic vocalists. But Taylor Swift is arguably the most influential pop artist in the world right now. And I'm telling you, the woman is smart, intelligent, highly intelligent, a smart business person, shows up on time, is responsible with her money, respectful to her body, and respectful to the people who work with her. I have met people who personally have worked for her and with her, and they love her because she has a high level of integrity and character, caring and generosity for her people. And as a result of that, the talent that is there, it's there, it's obvious. The talent is there, but in comparison, maybe there's others who are, quote unquote, have a better voice, but she has her stuff together. She keeps her shift together. And as a result of that, she has risen high. So talent is not always necessary for success, and sometimes can be a hindrance. Number 5, talented individuals may struggle with time management, preparation, money management, and self-care. I've met them, and we know this is true. Number 6, the key to success really is mixing the talent that you have with being faithful in your time, your task, your treasure, and your temple. Those 4 T's again: time, task, treasure, and temple. Mix the talent that you have with being faithful in those 4 T's. Number 7, God blesses those who are faithful with more opportunities and blessing. Something about being faithful. What you practice becomes a habit, and what becomes a habit becomes your habitat. So I'm inviting us into embodying these principles. I'm starting a series today, First Unity Spiritual Campus, and it is a series titled, Who Are We? Because I'm talking to our local congregation, and I'm talking to those who claim to be adherents and members of First Unity Spiritual Campus, and I'm asking the question, who are we? We use a motto and a mantra from the platform every single week. Love is who I am, gratitude is my attitude, abundance is my nature, well-being is my birthright. These are things we've adopted to decide to live. This is how we want to live our life, and this leads us toward our core values as a community. And so I'm inviting us into a very practical month to practically put forth what it means when we say love is who I am. What does it mean when we say gratitude is our attitude? What does it mean when we say abundance is our nature? What does it mean when we say well-being is my birthright? What are we really saying? And so today is a practical invitation into the principles that we say we believe in. We do believe, I believe, that God's design and desire is that we would be healthy, wealthy, and wise. I believe that God's design and desire is that we would have a happy, fulfilled, successful, and joyous life. I believe that it is God's design and desire that we would be abundance, walking and talking, prosperity, walking and talking, health, wealth, and well-being, walking and talking beings on this planet. It is God's design and desire that we all step into our divinity while still in our humanity. But But that only comes through first waking up to it as the reality, and secondly, being alert and aware enough to walk it out in our day-to-day habitual practices. To be disciplined is to become a disciple of. And are we choosing this discipline? And if we are, that would mean that we have chosen to be a disciple of, an adherent to, and that is one who walks with or follows with loyalty. So are we going to be disciples of this belief system? I've decided to be. How about you? That may mean that we'll need to tighten some things up, shift some habits. But are we willing to do that, to live a complete and a fulfilled life? I believe most of us here are. Let's look at our prayer for today, and it goes like this. Source of blessings. As I am faithful over little, I know you will trust me with even more. Source of blessings, as I am faithful over little, I know you will trust me with even more. And let's look at our affirmation one more time. Today, I intend to be fully awake to my time, my task, my treasure, and my temple. I am awake, and I am aware that when I am on time, I am inviting money and people with money into my life. Oof. When I am on task and prepared, I am declaring to the universe that I am available for opportunities and success. When I manage my treasure wisely, I am opening a portal for more to arrive. And when I am awake to my body temple, I am laying a foundation for a long and healthy life. And so it is. And so this is the invitation to be awake to your time, your talent, your treasure, and your temple. And let's take this invitation seriously. Let's RSVP on this invitation and follow through. Folks, when we do, we're going to radically change our lives and the lives of those around us, for sure. All right, my friends, I love you so much. I'm going to encourage you today to give an offering. Speaking of treasure, give an offering toward this principled way of being. Support ministries that come in and speak at this level, share this level of messaging. Of all of the ministries in the world, the ones that are preaching this higher level of consciousness deserve to be supported. We do. I believe this message is absolutely important and also absolutely necessary for shifting the consciousness of our planet, and you get to be a part of that in a financial way. The ways to give will be on the screen as we exit out of here today. I encourage you to tune in to our live stream, First Unity Spiritual Campus at 11 a.m. That's not too long from now. And I believe that you'll enjoy it. We had to rig things a little bit this week. We're still in the process of getting all of our technology in. But we're live streaming nonetheless to the best of our ability. All right, y'all, I hear the music getting started, so I'm going to get up out of here. Now go and make it a great day because you can. Peace.